What's the easiest way to harvest flower every month? Every month, Scotty. Is that too much?
Dude Grows is for educational and entertainment purposes only. All our content is legal and complies with YouTube community guidelines. So there.
Could be, man. Perpetually, dude.
A little bit of perpetual grow talk today, as well as, I don't know where you're at, but it's summertime here, and we got to protect those terps, man. We're going to go over some tips and tricks for keeping the grow cool, for keeping the weed terpy plus.
For real, man. This sent me down a rabbit hole. There's some actual science, and it makes sense, man. Grambo.
Yes.
I can make sense of this, man, all right?
I trust you to do just
God,
fine.
people get so mad when you tell them that they're smelling the terpenes in the air that were in their trichomes.
You know my saying, it's reeking because it's leaking.
Yes, man. All right. Banner, how you living, brother?
Well.
All right, man. Everybody's, man, today is the day, dude. Where are we right now?
In studio, we are, by the magic of the internet, at the cup right now, I think.
It is. Even the DDC Cup is going
It is
on.
Dave. The flower cup is happening right now.
God,
Pre-taping.
I wonder what Grambo's doing right now, man.
I'm shaking
In
hands.
the future.
Hello. Good to be
Dude
here.
is in studio, man. Good to
Yes,
have you
yes.
in the States, brother.
Before we hop into the grow talk, I'll remind everybody, Grambo, let's show them the deals. RealDDC.com/deals, guys. Vote with your grower dollars, man. Use the gear we're using, the companies that support us and will support your grow. The RealDDC.com/deals. Hook it up.
There you go. Scroll down. I'm told we're selling a bunch of Canatrolls, which doesn't surprise me because they're freaking awesome,
It's
man.
legit, man. It's a piece of equipment. I mean, that's going to last you solid state, baby. And
I tell you what, we'll get into it because that's one of the things when we're doing perpetual harvest. Of course, we know we need a grow and a bloom, and everybody forgets the drying tent or the drying situation. So if you're perpetually harvesting, you're perpetually drying. Look at that, Grambo. You got it all.
Yeah.
We can do perpetual harvest right here
Right there.
and save 10%.
Damn.
all right, let's do this. Let's get into the grow talk, baby.
Yes.
All right, let's do this, man. Perpetual harvesting. I mean, you're all kind of like on a schedule where I guess I kind of perpetual harvest. I have something in every tent, but I don't keep it on a tight.
All right, hang on.
schedule.
What does perpetual harvest mean?
You're always harvesting, I suppose.
I think it means you've got plants in veg and bloom at the same time. I think as long as you're doing that, you have a perpetual grow. As long as, for me, it's if I'm pulling some plants out, I've got some plants. Doesn't have to be immediate, but if I pull some plants out to harvest them from the flower room, I'm putting plants that have been vegging
Okay.
into there. So it's
How many grow spaces do I need?
grow spaces, man. Because how many spaces? I'm telling you, the drying thing throws a loop into it. Because you need a veg and a bloom, right? At minimum, unless autos are autos perpetual, bro.
They can be.
Yeah, totally.
I think that is almost the easiest. Throw one in every month, basically, rotate down the line.
I think we got to declare that having a 4x4 tent and planting one seed every, what would it be? 3 weeks, somewhere around there, 2-3 weeks. Harvesting after a while, you would harvest one and then replace it with another seedling. I think that's probably the easiest perpetual, no?
I agree. And if you said at minimum you want a veg tent and a bloom tent for photo periods, you could dial that in and also add a nursery, if you wanted, right? And have threes.
Yeah, you know what, man? All this costs money, and I would take that in the nursery. What we're talking about is a place for your clone chambers and a place for your solo cups and stuff like that. I would get myself a $30 Walmart. We have those here. Do they have Walmart in Canada? A $30
Entire
shelf. That's weird. Shelf, you just get the rack system and you hang your light. Maybe you hang your light, I don't know, the one rack, maybe 4 foot up, hang your light flush there. And then it gives you a little space.
Those metal racks Scotty's talking about are clutch. I have them in both grow tents.
Yeah.
You can change the heights to whatever you want and have, multiple grow spaces. So even in a 2x4, you can have double decker grow spot.
I will say that reminds me of this is why you want to buy a good quality tent like our friends at AC and Ifinity, because I tried to buy an Amazon cheap tent and I got a rack with a wrap around it. It was one of those closet racks, though.
Get their, thanks, Grambo. Code Dude Grows over there. We'll hook you up. Get their 2-in-1. A 2-in-1 tent. You can do it all in one tent. It has a small side for veg and then the side for bloom. You got to keep on timing, man, because these plants, though, can grow so big and out in other spaces.
A 2-in-1, I believe. I don't know if you can find that one, Grambo, but it's I think they have like a 3x2 tent where it's a 2x2 on one side and a 1x2 on the other side. Yeah, I don't know. They're kind of, I could tell you, since you asked, all right, I'll tell you my perpetual setup.
Yep.
It's a 2x4 for veg and then a 4x4 for bloom. And then you can scale that up however you want. But the big deal is, yeah, there you go, Grambo. That is a 4x3. So you got a 1 foot veg with a tent. And then you have, a 3x3 flower right there? 3x4 flower.
Yep. 3 total grow spaces in one tent.
Yeah. I mean, I would be willing to bet that would be all you would need right there for perpetual.
But like I said, you do have to be on top of your timing for that.
Yes.
Knowing how long, what's going to work here before it gets too big in veg. And then if your bloom isn't done, you're like, oh, shiz, now I'm kind of stuck. But you can do topping. You can dial down your lights. There are tricks if you get pushed into a situation where your bloom tub doesn't have space yet. Just keep all those into mind.
Yeah, you can top, you can stake. All those you can buy. What are you going to need to buy? A couple weeks?
That's what I did guilty of having. Dude, why do you have a plant in a 1 gal with a stock that's the size of a magic marker? I'm like, bad timing.
Yeah, but you can always step them up. Don't forget, like best nursery practices say if you're going to step up a plant, you do about 1.5 inches. What would that be on? Yeah, around the whole thing. Is that radius? Don't ask me.
This circumference.
Circumference? No, that's area, man.
That's my nickname was Circumference. Hello.
Wow.
Good to meet you. Good lads.
Anyway, just you want like 1.5 inches space on the outside. That's why they got the 1s that go to the 3s, that go to the 5s, that go to the 7s, because it builds a super dense root zone. And
I'm like solo up to 5s. Like, I don't want too much labor for me.
It's what I'm saying is if you have to stall out a little bit. If you stall out from just a little bit bigger container, it gives you a lot of room to stall out. What's the longest
time you've been guilty of keeping a plant alive in a
solo cup? God, I don't know. Remember they had the solo cup challenge where they went the whole way?
Yes.
That's another thing, man. Sea of green. We asked somebody, it's in the comments here, it's how long do you veg for? And dang it, where was it? Somebody said 4 days. I just put it in after 4 days, meaning I get my clones to root, put them in the solo cup. Maybe they go in a 1 gallon or something like that. And then immediately, and he just has a sea of green. And a sea of green is one of the most efficient ways to run a crop, no?
Do you give a rule of thumb for people looking at grow spaces? So, 2x4 is a popular tent size.
Yeah.
Say at minimum you want to double for your bloom, 4x4.
Absolutely.
Or even if you have the means of 5x5, please.
I say that it's going to take you a 2 foot by 2 foot square, square is what you should expect a nice plant to take up. A decent sized plant, whether it's in a 3 or a 5 gallon. So in a 2x2 tent, a 2x4 tent, what are you going to get? 2 plants in there? 4x4, you'd get 4 plants.
Yeah.
And I think veg is a little bit, you can smush them in veg, really trim them back and stuff. As long as you get a bushy plant, you can let it really sprout up.
Now, you mentioned earlier, so if these tents are always harvesting, we're harvesting every month, where am I going to dry? You need a drying space because you can't hold up your tent space.
That's the big thing. And don't forget, if you're perpetually harvesting, meaning you're harvesting, let's say every month, right? If you're harvesting every month, that means that how long does it take to dry? At least 2 weeks, and then you got a 2-week cure. So that means you're always going to have something drying or curing. It's a pain in the butt, man. That means, take a look if you would, Grambo.
Yes.
The 2x4 tent that you have up there. So let's say that's our veg tent. That's $6.79, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And
then 10% off with code Dude Grows.
Ooh, nice, man. Do me a favor. Hit the 4x4 tent. I want to say that's $1,000. Yeah, there you go. $1,000
for the complete. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're at $1,700 right there before you buy probably $2,000. I would say once you buy everything. They do have that $80 cloning kit. I would recommend. So you're at $2,000. Well, now you gotta figure. Are you going to buy another one of those 2x4s? Those 7. All you need everything except for the light. If you're going to dry in one of them, you need a carbon filter, you need circulation. You know what I mean? Yes. You need climate control with the AI controller. So man, that's $700 and it's going to stink. It is going to smell a little
Unless
bit.
Unless you got a closet somewhere, maybe you could pull it off, but I don't know if the wife's going to be happy.
So however you approach drying, just remember, you got to put that into your budget.
Don't do it in your active room. I saw somebody drying in their active flower room. Like, dude, this environment is not a drying environment. Your plants are in a totally different VPD zone, bro.
Yeah, it is super important, man. The drying and curing is where it can make or break your flavor.
We got a comment from north of the airport. Guys, this content is over on realdgc.com. Feel free to go on over there, make a free account, hang out. The growing community north of the airport. So as I was looking over my latest garden log spreadsheet. Whoa. Nice details. But
hang on, comment. Who keeps a garden log spreadsheet? I take my phone out and take video.
I run a small 2x4 for babies, clone dome to solo cups. That's standard, same as me. Usually 6 clones at a time, 3 seeds if I'm bringing something new into the mix.
Yep.
I'm more of a dial in one thing and stick with it guy. The clones get evaluated and the best 2 move into veg. He's always doing an extra one.
Yeah.
Just picking and calling one, which I have trouble doing.
Hang on, man. I got to say, he's more of a dial one thing in and stick with it kind of guy. That is the type of person that is actually going to learn something. All right. If you change a bunch of variables and go, hey, it worked. You don't know what worked. It's great that it worked. So north of the airport, I appreciate that. What the hell could that name mean?
He lives north of the airport.
I'm going to think about it for a while, man.
He's north of the airport. Yeah, he's doing the solo cup 3 gals. That's what I do typically, or 3 gals.
100% cocoa, 2x4 veg where they hang out a couple weeks. Okay, this is key, man. So he doesn't keep mothers, but he clones right before he takes those solo cups.
All right, that's a great point we didn't hit. So I don't keep mothers either. Real estate space is valuable. If your cloning game is down and you know you got it, I'm comfortable with taking clones right before I go to flower.
Yeah.
If it's a strain, some strains can take a bit longer than others, or if you're new to cloning, maybe make sure you don't, get that plant too far into flower. Let your clones root and know that you're good, but it kind of messes up your rhythm if you're waiting.
Grandma, what do you think the smell is? That's a guy that didn't lose a single clone on his lab. I'm showing you too. And man, I use the Aero cloner, which by the way, if you can build them a bubble cloner, it's just basically some water. And I use one of those bussing tubs and I drilled some holes in it. But man, that thing is reliable. It takes a long time. I'd say it takes 2-3 weeks for those things to root, but that thing is reliable. And again, the AC Ifinity $82 clone kit that they have, dude, that thing's reliable too, man. It has lights, it has heat mat, and man, that's all you need.
Dude,
really.
north of the airport said I like this. He says he gets about 4 zips per plant.
Yeah.
Usually end up pulling more than that. At this point, I grow way more than my wife, friends, and I can smoke. And that's what happens when you start growing this style. Says, and I can take, and honestly, I just want to be the guy everybody's happy to see show up at the party.
Absolutely. Mic drop. Where's the mic, man? And I will tell you that we talked about, having perpetual harvesting once a month. Dude, it really has to do more with having freshies all the time and something high quality to pull out than, it's been a couple months this stuff's been in there.
True. If you are not a perpetual, you take down a whole room at once, you end up having that flower sometimes sit around for months.
All right. Evaluate, man. Don't look. Colorado crumble or what?
No. Good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
All right, man. But seriously, you want some freshies all the time, man. You do.
I got a good comment here. I want to take it over to Real DGC with associate producer Angus 420. What's up?
Wow, putting his face out there, man.
He doesn't care, man. He's like, yeah, I'm a grower. Check it out, buddy.
Freedom.
The shirt, Grambo.
I made that shirt. He's an oil farmer. That's a Grambo.
All right.
Cool.
We'll see. We're probably with Angus right now at the cup, you guys. That's pretty cool,
man.
Well, Angus 420, this kind of was just moving for me. It says, you don't really realize how privileged you are to be able to grow your own until you're sitting in a circle of people who don't grow and are passing around joints of dispensary weed. I passed around a cone of emergency last night, and everyone asked what dispensary they could buy the strain from.
It's awesome.
As I sit there wearing my oil farmer shirt and DGC hat,
Wad.
I had to explain that you had to know the right people to get a cut of that plant and grow it yourself.
Yes.
So, no, I dig that, man. Sometimes I don't appreciate, living in Colorado now in BC, I've always had the right to grow,
Yeah.
Is it a privilege?
Yes, it's a privilege, man.
Yeah.
Because you can get it taken away from you, right?
I don't know. I told you, now you're scaring me.
Well, I think so, right? If you get arrested.
I mean, technically, life is a privilege, you know, that the universe grants to us all in its own cosmic. Bye.
How many milligrams, bro?
Like 70.
I mean, you are 100% right, man. And it does make you wonder what's coming up, you know, because the privilege of us getting to grow our own does not really line too many people's pockets, you know, like the government's pockets and corporation or big pharma. All those, all those are not getting paid when we grow our own and share it with our friends.
Check this out. They're always, I mean, the rescheduling, they're not descheduling. Talk always generates these conversations. What's going to happen? And I say, they're never going to take our growers' rights. It's the cat's out of the bag. But yet I've seen a lot of things in the past few months, quarter, whatever you want to call it, with channels being taken, just removed.
Oh, my God.
The whole thing with seeds is freaky, man, when you think about that. So, man, would that lead to them reversing on, you know, Canada, you can grow federally legal. Colorado, you can grow 6 plants and to 12 per household. So,
all right, this comes from a post over on realdgc.com. Grambo, find this one. Cannabis rescheduling is nice, but what about home growers' rights? And it's true. Everybody seems really excited about rescheduling, but what does it really mean? And dude, you're from Canada. It's federally legal there. I just talked to shout out to Beth over at North Atlantic Seed Company. I was talking to her, and these folks are really concerned. It's a whole paradigm shift for businesses that have been going for, you know, decades, even some of them. So it's a big deal. And maybe they're not going to say, Colorado, Scott, in Colorado, you can't grow 6 plants. They should have sent a feds to my house, and I'm sorry. I know you get tired of me saying that. Also, man, they're cracking down now. Suddenly, it's, you know, supposedly Schedule 3 is fast tracked, and on that in that exact same few months, they're really coming down hard on seed distributors, right?
Yeah, and that's the scary part of it. And there's no, but they're not cutting down on clone people.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. This is right out of Monsanto's playbook.
All right.
Okay.
I feel like this is conspiracy.
Okay, man. What do they do? They do it already with wheat, soy, corn. I seen something where Del Monte, or I think they went out of business. Maybe it was Dole, is doing it with pineapples, where they put a genetic. Dole has a $40 pink pineapple. Yeah, it's $40. And you can't, if you take the top, we all know you take the top off a pineapple and get it to root. If you do that, they will sue you. They have totally lawyered up, and they have their copyrights, like they made the mistakes before. They know exactly how to trademark and copyright this, and they put a genetically engineered marker in there. Okay. And they say, hey, look, if you use any of this for breeding or anything, then we can sue you. Right?
Yep.
So now think about what's Monsanto do? They go and they say, hey, look, we have a corn product that makes its own pesticide, makes its own BT, so it keeps the pests away.
Banner's fired up. He's hitting the desk.
Yes, Banner.
That just ruined my pineapple breeding project, dude.
Dude, don't. I'm going to tell you something. I didn't tell you about the $400 pineapple they have. They've got two different. Because people will pay it. Why are there Hermes bags? Okay, because people will pay for them. But the idea is that now think about temptation. Grambo, if somebody came to you and said, hey, look, there's this big dispensary. What's a big one? Grassroots. I don't know. Some giant dispensary.
Grassroots. That makes sense, right?
Native Roots, Green Solution.
Yeah, well, Native Roots is now selling cuts, and these cuts are guaranteed to be powdery mildew resistant and pest resistant, and they flower up in 45 days, and you get to pick your color.
That's already out there in the sense that for, you know, great white shark, I always remember that strain because it sat in a tent with what is the strain from my guy Kyle Cushman? Strawberry cough.
This guarantees
strawberry cough. All 4 strawberry cough plants got PM, very visible. And the great white shark, it just they wouldn't take it. It didn't get it all.
Sure,
the spores are landing on it. They're brushing against it. They just wouldn't. Their hyphae would not invaginate the leaf surface. That's a like layer.
But what happens if they take that trait out of that and they put it in your favorite strain? And they go, but now this property in Monsanto. Or what if they take that trait, that non-PM trait, and they just make it their own?
They can't stop us. I mean, what is this? This plant is so. How many within the DGC home breeders? I mean, right, shout out TJ Rez. I got a pack of caustic cream cake right here, feminized that he made.
Are those PM? Did they have the PM resistant gene in there? Did they have the HLVD gene in there?
It turned me in if they.
No, but you know what I'm saying. So I mean, we care. But if somebody's just like, I want to try growing, man, a lot of these temptations are as hard to resist as they are to ignore.
We had some good comments on this one. I'm going to throw some in here. Hill Jack says, and these are all taken from realdgc.com. Get on over there, join the conversation. I had to close my business with impending launching.
Yeah.
Homegrow will be under attack. Sorry to be that guy. It's not about a side, but give it a political cycle, and we'll see it pop up somewhere. Going to copyright genomes or some shit next year and corner every part of the seed market they can. Man, doom and gloom.
Grambo, what did I do?
Don't make me quote Shakespeare over here. As soon as you said it, I remember from Romeo and Juliet, these violent delights have violent ends.
Wow, mine's just from a Meat Beat Manifesto album.
I actually learned that from Westworld, not from Romeo and Juliet, but shout out to season 1 of Westworld. Watch it.
I love it. And by the way, I'm not advocating for any of this Monsanto GMO stuff. I'm just saying that these guys aren't original. All right. They take the playbook that worked in big ag and now they'll pull it over to big cannabis.
Smokey the Bear fired up. Yes. It will cut us out faster than an autoflower bud. Big Pharma doesn't care about how the home grower feels. If they can't make a bank off us, then they want us gone. Our quality is second to none, and they know it.
Yeah. I mean, he's not, or they're not wrong. Okay. And man, Big Pharma really is threatening to them. Think about all the drugs they have for, even if it's something for nausea or treating, chronic pain. I mean, if you can do it with a plant that you can grow enough of that you can give it to your friends.
I'm torn, and the comments are going to come, but I'm half for Big Pharma getting in because of the type of medicines that
I'm going to throw this phone at you. It is tough as much as I want to be. Hold the phone, dude. Hold the phone. All right. As much as I want to be against Big Pharma, you do hear about them curing, cancers and curing great things. I've got
if
friends
they
that
can
wouldn't
finally do the proper research and isolate more cannabinoids or whatever and provide it, and then my insurance company can get it for me to help with this side effect of cancer, I don't freaking know. That's a good thing. Is it not? Not everybody has access. Not everybody knows a friend that's a home grower or a buddy of a buddy or can grow their own or can get any or even wants to inhale anything, and they're only comfortable with going to get something. The guy that's like, I only do what my doctor says. What I mean?
Big Pharma is so shady. It's just so poorly done here. I was reading this book and it was talking about how in, like with Medicare or Medicaid, whatever it is in America, that if you go to Tampa, Florida and buy a walker, it's $370. In Jacksonville, it's like $800. And in Miami, you bill Medicare $1,100 for a walker. I mean, the system is just broken.
What about 420 Thang? 420 Thang says cannabis rescheduling is nice, but it does not fix the real equal protection problem of home growers' rights.
There we go. I believe
the government admits cannabis has medical value. Then why are patients and ordinary citizens still treated like criminals who are growing a plant for personal use? Rescheduling helps corporations, pharmacies, investors, licensed businesses, and tax collectors, but it does not automatically protect the person who can't afford dispensary prices, can't access consistent medicine, or simply wants to grow a few plants at home for private use.
Dude, hold the phone. This deserves a mic drop. All right. That's great. That is brilliant, man. I put that on there.
Got props on props, Scotty.
Oh, yeah.
Still never got on the soundboard, Grambo. I don't know. Out of all of our producers for the show,
we banned the soundboard very early in our working relationship.
That was my immature. I am the
soundboard. I just come in.
Absolutely.
You guys know my rap name is Big Ag.
Now,
not bad, bro. Wow.
Soundboard.
Now, which I knew some back in the day when, I worked hydroponic retail and sold a shit ton of lights and nutrients to home growers that were going to the black market. And they love, the more less it's available, illegal it is, whatever, the price goes up. Well, how will this affect the price per pound? Or will it be like, hey, all of a sudden in Colorado, like you can't home grow, which I still find that.
I don't think they're going to take that away from you. I really don't. But, I just wonder if, first off, it's so cheap now that a lot of people I know stopped home growing.
Yeah. I mean, dude, got to grow for the love of the plant, Scotty. Growers love.
I agree, man. I agree.
I popped in to grab some edibles the other day, and they had this thing up for their 69 ounce out the door. So flat $70 ounce out the door. That includes taxes. So
I only eat the flips, Grambo.
damn, I'll take
flips.
Murtaugh. I'll take two.
Oh man, who put this one up, man? The two-tiered system. This was interesting.
Are we still in 420 thing?
Oh, 420 thing. He was going, this creates a two-tiered system. Corporations can profit from cannabis. The government can tax cannabis. Licensed businesses can sell cannabis. Some states can allow full recreational use, but an individual citizen still can be arrested, prosecuted, or imprisoned for growing the same plant for personal use. Yes, that is where the equal protection issue becomes impossible to ignore. If cannabis is legal enough for some states to sell recreational, legal enough for governments to tax, and legal enough for corporations to profit from, then how can the same government justify treating home growers like criminals, man?
We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us.
I thought there were some great comments. Going over to realdgc.com. We have abbreviated some of them, but great conversation going on there. And this is how we've been doing it the past few weeks, man, is just putting all our grow questions over on realdgc.com. And man, go check them out. Join the show.
And go if your state's considering allowing home grow. I always say this, it's like, go to the meetings, man. Like, go if your city, some cities have banned stuff. Some be like,
Have you ever been to one of the meetings?
The Fort Collins one. I definitely did go to one. I mean, I think.
Did you feel like it made a difference?
I cannot calculate those results, but I will say that I do like the model in Colorado. I think it's fairly fair. 6 plants per person, 12 plants per house. Any state, I think, they're bracketing in with dispensary money. Like, why not just follow Colorado's model?
Since I don't leave the house anymore, I'm just kidding. But I would say, man, be loud and proud about this online. You go to a meeting, you've got, a few people that maybe you can expose. We show all our friends what great medicine this is and how much, whether it's saving us or keeping us from drinking or helping someone with pain. I think that's the way to get this legalized.
And throw the plant count out the window. Always fight. I'm a fan of a space. Hey, how many square feet can we grow in? That's how I think it should be done. I don't know if any state does that. It's just such a better way to do it.
What about if you just sell weed? Maybe that should be illegal as selling weed. That way, if you grew as much as you want, that's fine. If you decide to sell it through the black market, I could see where they would want to enforce it at that point. But I don't know. How about just freeing the plant, dude?
Free the plant.
Pay your taxes, free the plant.
What do you got?
I don't see a lot of justification for making it illegal to grow for your own personal use.
It's just too much.
Just don't see the danger and risk there.
Yeah, and the cops don't want to work that hard. I had a friend that was hanging out last week, got in a car accident. The guy who hit her grabbed her phone, and then took off and went into an apartment building. They called the cops, and the cops go, I don't want to go in that apartment building. There's a bunch of apartments there. They don't want to work that hard, man. They don't want to work that hard.
I was told by the Vancouver Police Department they need to find at least more than £1 to be even interested in talking to somebody. But what about where you're at in your state? Give us some comments. Let us know. Are you fearful if you are wrecked now that can be taken away?
Yes.
You know what? I want to bring back the we had a segment on the show called What's Going On in Your Grow? What's growing on in your grow? And then I'm traveling. I just had the momentary panic attack where I didn't have cell phone service, and I realized I have a plant in a 3-gal that absolutely is really thirsty right now. It's like that internal lock in your head. So, dude, I need reception. Got a hold of the mother-in-law who doesn't like the smell of plants, but will gladly still order them for me. And
my mother-in-law loves the smell of shit.
I need to set up automatic irrigation when I'm gone. I'm just such a hand waterer, but the grow, I would like to tell you, I have successfully got some lemon skunk going, man. So I'm working on lemon skunk, and I'm also I'm gonna work with this for like a year or two. I have on order a 315 10,000K finishing ball.
Oh God.
I have a 315. If you guys don't know, a 315 LEC, what is it? A light emitting ceramic?
It's a light
ceramic halide.
Why? What do you mean?
Dude, okay.
Grambo, what can I throw, man?
I guarantee you that what you're going to see is I'm going to have, I have a big enough room in the garage when I fire that one up to finish the plants under the LED full spectrum, which they'll be fine. They'll be frosty, but it'll be great. But I'm going to do the last at least 7 days to see the A and B testing under this 10,000K finishing bulb. When I did it under a Hortilux Blue back in the day, I'll never forget that those plants took almost twice as long to trim. They threw so much resin, and there is a lot of UV in a 10,000K. In 10,000K, that's 10,000 Kelvin. I don't have the spectral graph.
I'm looking.
That's what you're trying to find.
Grambo, do me a favor, man. We got to talk, because Kelvin and par, I don't know if they are directly correlated, but
Interlocked, but not related necessarily.
what the hell is that?
So we got PAR, photoactive,
Yes.
or photosynthetically active radiation.
Well, hang on a second. Let's talk about what that means. That means that is what the plant sees. It excites the chloroplast. It makes it build plant material.
Yes.
The other stuff, that far red and the far blue, those maybe change the way the plant reacts, plant morphology, maybe terpenes or trichomes, but it does not change the building of the plant.
No,
I think
it can
that's
change
important.
the metabolism, and it can grow better, worse, sideways, up. It can change, and that will definitely change that phenotypic expression. But no, you're not going to get It's almost like a lighting additive. Right? Like, it's like a grow additive. You have your base nutrients, and like when that's par, and anything outside of par, that's like your lighting additive.
Yeah, but photosynthesizing, that has to do with plant material. Secondary metabolites and how they're affected outside the par range definitely affects them. And as a matter of fact, man, if you think about it, that far red outside the par range affects plants too, right?
Sure.
So it makes it stretch and all that.
When you measure the VPD, you're trying to get as close to the internal leaf surface, not just the leaf surface, the internal temperature of the leaf to actually get your VPD, and all that infrared is heating up the internal tissue way more. So it is going to change your VPD and all things down the chain from there.
Yeah. So I don't know what the purpose of the far red, the deep blue is. I know people use them. They said it brought out the frost. You think it's maybe on the other side of par, where it's just doing something to the trichomes?
Could be strain dependent,
Yes.
an indica bush versus sativa, something in Florida, Jamaica.
And just by the way, the reason I frown on your 315 bulbs, first off, environmentally, they're terrible.
No,
They last
very well. Hold on. I just threw a fresh link at the very top of the format. See if you can throw that one up here so I can try and prove Scotty wrong.
Yes.
All right.
So if you look at the range in this image here, mega long link, there we go. Look at all that blue shit, especially.
Is it inside
there,
the
right
part?
there?
Yeah.
Look at the peak below 400 that goes way the hell up above the maximum intensity. You don't get that in a full spectrum LED.
That is true.
So that
This would fry an LED down into the 350.
That is what I think is really triggering my frost, and you can only get that out of an HID bulb. So, in being that I'm only using it for 7 days of the harvest, technically that bulb should last me a really, really long time.
Yes, at 50% of the amount of light that you're getting from an LED. An LED will give you twice as much photons of light that will for your 300.
And I'm running the LED for 95% of the grow. This is just,
Oh, really?
Yeah,
this is just the last week. Oh, okay. Interesting.
Maybe
okay.
10. I'm going to play with it.
Oh, why didn't you say so, homie?
More. That would be interesting to run the whole grow. I don't know what would happen. Maybe just grow trikes and not even any other material.
No.
Your weed starts to glow.
Yes. I'll keep you updated. Just a fun segment, what's going on in our grows. And if you're a grower, trying different strains and experimenting. And I forgot to shout out to DGC Northern Light Kind in Sweden that hooked me up with those sent them all the way from Sweden, those lemon skunks for me to grow.
Wow. You know what? Sunny in Bactopia, please chime in. She's an HID user, and I think she does use these finishing bulbs. Or if any of all y'all have used these finishing bulbs, I'm sure there's somebody out there that's used these blues to go, they call them super blues, to grow full harvest.
Super hard to justify, right? Because you have to go out and buy a ballast, you have to get an HID bulb, and you have to change your light out if you're just one light in the grow tent. So I
don't even think they make them anymore, do they? Bactopia hung it up because she can't get her bulbs anymore.
All right, let's take it over to what's going on YouTube. The DGC Network, Grambo Grows over on YouTube. What you got going on, Grambo?
It's been the last couple weeks. Just been talking about prepping for the cup. You know, we had Dude on last, you know, the thumbnails are getting crazy.
Oh my God.
So I had the dude on last week, and we talked the cup, and I had extra XLer Kyle on this last Sunday, and we talked about the cup, the DGC cup, and the reserve dinner party. He had the chef for the dinner cancel Monday on him, and so Kyle's been he's been killing it. So anybody that wants to go to that, go sign up his link. Use code Grambo50, get $50 off.
Hey, do me a favor. You got to blow up that. What are the top 5 cannabis strains of the decade? What's the expression dude has on his face? I'm going to caption it first.
Okay.
Nobody knows I'm on the toilet.
I have, that's the I agree, you know. That is, what's my face say? Like, whoever smelt it.
Knows that I have my finger up my butt. Yeah, I don't know.
Whoever smelt it, dealt it. But yeah, no, it's been great. Thank you, all the Graham fam over there. And
good stuff, man. Good stuff.
Speaking of faces.
Yeah. Oh, screenshot. Man.
Great moments in freeze frame.
You guys, check out DGC Grow Talk. That is our Grow Talk channel with bite-sized consumable content. We talked about what top cannabis growers look for before flipping to flower last episode. So.
Yeah, dude, it is so strain dependent.
Why?
Because whether you're going to flip something when it's, 6 inches tall, or you got to wait for it to bush it out when it's 18 inches tall, something stretch, something, some strange stretch, some strange bush out like crazy. Man, I think it really is.
I say it's all about your grow style, plant count, what you're doing. But yeah, go check out DGC Grow Talk over on YouTube. And then
there were some good comments on this one. You mind if I hop on them really quick, man? If you don't know, DGC Grow Talk is our other channel. You might find some similarities to what we do here. Anyway, Puppy Grows says you veg to fill half of your light's footprint. You'll fill out the canopy during the bolting phase. Agreed. 4-day flip, turpy derp. If that's the strain you're growing, or if you don't care about plant count, dude, a 4-day flip is smart, man.
Meaning, what do you mean by 4-day flip?
You get these things in solo cups. Maybe you put them in your 1 gals. You let them acclimate in veg for 4 days, and then you flip them. And you probably put them really close to each other. You're trying to grow a couple ounces off of each plant, and yeah, you eliminate your veg.
LJ Jones says the 75% trellis thing is good advice, meaning if you're a trellis grower, fill it 75%, then flip. Because you're going to still get your vegetative first part of flowering to fill out the rest. So,
anybody follow Northern Scrogger?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
He's a buddy, yeah.
Holy Toledo 420 says Northern Scrogger says you should fill all the holes in your trellis before flipping to flower. When using a trellis and scrogging.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds smart. But even so, you probably could have some of those grow in. If you've got a plant that stretches a bunch, man, you could weave those, especially if it's growing up to really tall. You can weave them in and out of the trellis
Just
setting.
remember that you're going to, when you flip the flower, those things are going to be way different.
Yeah.
I would always trellis it perfect. I'd flip the flower. Bro. Well, I guess I need a second layer of trellis.
Grambo, you need to go lateral, bro.
Oh, I love
No, seriously, if you hydrate the plants really good, you can usually weave them in and out of the trellis to just cover a bunch of holes with one top that would have been
We featured a comment, something about, well, I do it at the 8th node. And LJ Jones says the 8th node? That's Illuminati code talk, bro.
Grambo.
Sounds like a club.
The 8th node.
Let's go to the 8th node, right?
And then I'm just going to give a real quick shout out to Joanne Thompson. We see you. We love you. Keep engaging with the content.
Oh, yeah, right on. She's all over the place.
Everywhere.
Man.
Super nice. Loves all of our stuff. We see you. Good job.
Leave reading is the key. Scotty Real 420. All right. A shameless plug for my channel. I did one on how to read the leaves, man. I think it's down to...
You're more excited about the purple buds, bro.
Look at that, man. Now I know I don't really look like any... Yeah, here you go.
That's a good one. I got to get more poses.
I think one more over is my reading the leaves. No, forget it, man. Does it even work, Grambo?
You saw we give me pictures of the damn dog.
You're getting this wrong. Anyway, man. Yeah, your plants are talking. That's it, man. Whatever, Grambo. Okay, man, whatever.
That's tough.
If they click.
You got to get them to click.
All right. Hey, you mind if I feature just one of our content creators, one of our friends, Mr. Rob from Cannabis Lifestyle TV?
Of course.
It always makes me laugh. He puts his microphone on a stem.
All the goofy microphone sticks.
And everybody's talking about this, about, the feds and seeds and genetics and what's going to happen. So, give him a like, man. All right.
Dude Grows likes this video.
All right, cool. That's what I got, man.
All right. It is summertime, my favorite time of the year, but it can be a pain in the ass in the grow. A lot of times you have your growth dialed, but heat waves can come, or it can get hot for like a week or 10 days or longer, and you can struggle, man. ACs can just go out, not keep up. So let's talk about how to preserve those terps and keep it real.
Yeah, it's over on realtgc.com. Thank you for all the comments. And I will tell you, it does drive me a little nuts when people tell me that they're not losing terps when they're in the 80s or whatever. Their room smells like crazy and still their weed is terpy. I get it. I'm sure your weed is terpy, but it's not magic. When you go in and you smell something, those are chemicals you are smelling that are now airborne. Volatilization, we talk about volatilize. It means it turns from a solid to a gas. It skips that liquid phase. And I just need to be clear, that's what's happening. It has to do with heat. Heat makes things expand. Your trichome is a semi-permeable membrane. And as it expands and contracts, those terpenes and cannabinoids can volatilize and do volatilize out.
Well, like you said, to the rather be token, said my no joke ran 80 to 83. The whole grow, no problem. But if it wasn't at 80 to 83, how different might it be? And 80 to 83, isn't the end of the world. You're still going to have some great stuff you can smoke. It's not going to be as good as something that,
Tell you something. I run my room 81 a lot. I think 79 I'll turn it down to. Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
Would it be better? When do cannabinoids start? And not even cannabinoids. They kind of stay put, honestly. It's like the terpenes and the thiols. Those things expand in the heat. And then when things expand, you know what it reminds me of is a balloon. You know how you blow up a balloon and it seems like it's solid, but it's semi-permeable. You come back a week later and all the air has released from it, right?
Yep.
Yeah, man, yeah.
So a good tip would be, if we love to say it, look at your VPD chart. I mean, if you are going to run hotter, make sure you got your humidity correct.
Yeah.
And keep everything dialed in that way. But there's a lot of other things you can do. I mean, the modern technology, everybody usually has a dimmable LED these days. You can run your LED bar style closer to canopy, turn down its wattage so you can still get that EPFE still, but maybe run it only at 65% instead of 85% X amount of room off canopy. If you run a plethora of lights, I've seen this in a commercial growers is during a heat wave in Denver. Granted, they had like 40 lights. They just turned half of them off during the hottest part of the day. So they had a grid going. Same as kind of dimming your LED. Run your lights at night. We always say that if you can.
Grambo, you see my light setup.
Yeah.
Would you say I have a plethora of lights?
Yeah, they're good lights.
Yes, you have a plethora. Come on, three amigos, man.
Diablos, bro.
Good stuff, man. Yeah, hey, that's brilliant about lowering the lights down and then turning them down. Just so y'all know, when it comes to heat, every piece of electronics that uses power uses wattage. And for each watt, it equivalent to 3.5 BTUs of heat. So watt is power, BTUs is heat, man. So 1,000 watts, I'll give you an example. 4,000 watts is going to be a little bit over 12,000 BTUs of heat. Every air conditioner is rated on BTUs, right? So you'd have to match that, and you still want to go up like 30%. You don't want an air conditioner running at it to max all the time. So, just do the math on that one. Just do like 3.5. I think it's 3.41 BTUs per watt, dude.
Yep. I mean, let's hit on that too. On ACs, grower ACs, if you're running an AC, you want a dual hose AC. The single hose AC is not as efficient. And I mean, it can get you by if you, these are the smell ACs I'm talking about. Yeah, you will get a side smell from that.
Yes.
Mini splits are like the king of grower ACs, kind of overkill for a little grow tent, but if you can do a mini split, AC Infinity has the Terraform 8 right now, which is the DGC. Some of the DGC is testing and running. So far, pretty good reviews, but in the works of being DGC approved.
The big thing about this air conditioning is that if you're running CO2, if you're running a sealed room, you need to have it to where it is circulating the cool air. The air conditioner itself, the compressor has to be cooled. So they're able to seal that in the room with the double hose AC. With the single hose, it's just exhausting that hot air out, and you end up just losing a lot of air. It makes the whole room smell.
What about
terrible.
DLI? I mean, if your plants, an example of this, they might not need, the PPFD of, let's say, 800 for the full 12-hour light cycle. I see plants where their leaves are like, we're good. Like, we're not praying anymore. We've had enough. So an example of this would be, let's say your 12, your lights on at 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. So maybe it's still hot at 7 p.m. till 10:30 where you live. Turn your LED way down. You're still maintaining the photo period. And then at night, 10 p.m. till whatever, turn it all the way back up. Just watch. Work with the day if it's getting really hot where you are. You can grow enough. I do know seasonal growers. Scotty doesn't like it. I mean, some growers just shut down. They're like, I don't need that harvest. I grow enough, shut down the 3 hottest months of the summer.
I don't mind it. I just don't like it for me. Okay.
Well, I mean, let's talk about if your AC is running all the time, that can add up on your electrical bill for sure, depending on how many BTUs you're blasting.
Yeah.
So I get it. It can be a little bit of a struggle.
Hey, man, I'm just thinking back to, I'm trying to defend my position about terpenes volatilizing off. And if terpenes didn't volatilize off into the 70s and 80s, then why do you keep your drying at 60-60? If VPD doesn't matter and temperature doesn't matter, then why do we dry at that low a temperature?
Yeah. Good point. What are you looking for, Prof?
I'm looking for the mic to drop, man.
Yes, remember, we call those things VOCs, volatile organic compounds.
Now, is there anything off the top of my head, strain-wise? I mean, would you say an equatorial sativa might handle a hotter grow room better than indica?
Me and Grambo were talking about the thickness of the trichome cuticle head.
That cuticle membrane, it's a semi-permeable.
I mean,
but no, for real, something in Jamaica is going to have a lot different than the arid plains of Afghanistan, So,
not for nothing, Grambo.
Where do you go? Cultivar dependent. Checkmate.
Yeah. Hey, you know what, man? Also, I do want to say that this isn't, like, I guess the word would be linear, meaning that 70 degrees is not so bad compared to 60. 80 degrees is not so bad compared to 70, but it's a lot worse. Then 90 degrees is exponentially worse than 80 degrees. Like, it really starts compounding. Yeah.
It's like the Richter scale sort of thing. It's not algorithmic, it's logarithmic.
I was going to say that. Right? Do you really know what that means?
Look how bald I am. My brain just pushed all my hair out.
Think about how much weed do you need? Sometimes people just don't think about that. Like, I think you got a 6 lighter. I got a 6 lighter. I'm literally going to be running just 3 of those lights here soon this summer when I fire up. My room's in a garage. It can get hot in that garage. I don't need 6 lights worth of bud all the time. Sure, it's fun.
Yeah.
But
it's the principle. It's the principle. It's the principality, dude.
All right.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys tell us how you beat the heat? I like to go to the lake, hang out, get in the ice cold, beautiful water. But we're talking grow. How do you beat the heat in your grow? Give us some recommendations below. What are your AC experiences? Well, I geek out on gear. I like to know what people are running.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. This is where I say, make me laugh, Scotty. I do not have a news feed algorithm like this. I'm this stuff.
Well, mine is a mix. Grambo, this is cool, man. All right, so here we go. We're talking about the seeds and whatnot and Monsantoization of seeds. Scientists moved nitrogen-fixing genes into new bacterial strain for crops needing. So now you can have crops with lower fertilizer. So now if you tell me that I can buy this strain from the Home Depot and this strain of cannabis doesn't need to be fertilized. It's genetically modified, so it doesn't need to be fertilized, and it won't get any of the pests or anything. Are you a buyer? By Monsanto Corporation.
No.
Powered by Bayer.
That was so weird. When I started, I don't know if I worked there, but I saw Bayer bottles at Home Depot. I'm like, what is this? What's happening?
From my nursery back in my,
This was medicine.
in my nursery, when I still have the bamboo nursery when I worked every day there. Bayer was like a giant sponsor of like the Florida Nursery Growers and Landscape Association. They had a big technology there, man, so Bayer is a big player.
Interesting. All right.
Yeah, Bayer.
What's you got?
I was telling you, I just thought that was interesting. I always wondered about them putting nitrogen fixing genetics or, genes into regular plants, because some of the plants like beans and legumes and all them,
I think is
they can pull their own nitrogen from the air.
Nitrogen's the least free one, right, of our NPK.
I know, and it's there. And the air is 78% nitrogen, what we breathe.
And it's like the lightning is one of the things that separates that in nature so that we can actually breathe it and everything.
Hey, you know what helps us get rid of nitrogen? I bet you guys don't know.
what?
Peeing. All the nitrogen we breathe in comes out when we pee.
My wife ruined a friend enjoying some arugula by saying that comment. I have some great arugula that just popped up naturally.
Yeah.
It's ultimate like pepper spice arugula.
Sure.
I gave some to a buddy visiting, and he's like, "This is really good." And then my wife's like, "Do you know that the dude pees on that?" I'm like, God damn it! Why you
That's
gotta say
not
that?
cool.
Well,
That is not
you
cool.
you don't leave it there. You take the hose over, you soak it in. What's the ratio? 1 to 10 or something?
It is. It's like 10-1 or something like that.
People say that's not cool, but hey, man, I'll smoke and eat stuff that was fed with blood meal, bone meal, and all this other crap. So don't even give me that. What, you put some backbone oil?
Did you not splatter?
It's pee.
Did you not splatter anything on the plant material itself? Know what I mean, man? Yes, there's a problem with it.
Did you foliar it with your pee?
I know.
Did you give it a root job? Or did you go
I mean, this is something. It's not like you're eating the fruit on this. Isn't tomatoes? These are root vegetables. I mean,
eat my damn arugula anymore.
no, it's done, man. It's done. Hey, Kyle's party tonight.
Yes.
I am hearing rumblings, man. There's going to be entertainment. Is this true?
Can't believe you spoiled it, but you heard it here first. We got the world's most unique Neil Diamond tribute singer.
This is Black Neil Diamond tribute singer, man.
I saw him on Jimmy Kimmel. We reached out. He actually said no, he won't be at
He's not going, man.
No, but
What is like? I can't believe that this is in my feed, man. That I don't like Neil Diamond.
my mom was a huge Michael Jackson fan, and so when she was still alive, I took her to a Michael Jackson tribute concert. And they had a white Michael singer and a black Michael singer, and they would trade out.
Wow.
And so this seems kind of standard to me. I was like, yeah.
I just thought it was funny, man. The guy seems like a good dude. Can we hire him?
No, he said no.
All right.
But you know who is in? You know who you can meet tonight at the reserve party?
What is, dude? This is what my feed is, bro.
Your feed's weird.
All I can do is share it. This is what's his name? Edward? No, what's his name again?
Is this Buscemi?
Steve Buscemi as a flock of seagulls.
A flock of Buscemi.
Wow, man. Hey, that hair came out. They tried to pull that hair off in 1983, 82.
Ooh.
The flock of seagulls hair. It never caught on.
They have hair exactly where I don't. It's not.
Yeah.
They shaved their all the side. That's just a flex. How dare you?
All right, ready? You want to feel old? That's not Woody Allen.
There's no
it's
way.
Bruce Springsteen.
No way. And this chick's like,
It looks like Woody. Oh my God, I'm so old, man.
damn it. Did you know it's 2026?
Yeah. Hey, is this fetish?
You know, I've been telling you guys, this is how I'm going to look in like 18 months.
Dude, it's. What's happening here?
That is me in 18 months. I'm telling you.
That's me tonight at the Kyle's party.
Bruce steroids.
How you doing? Good to see you.
No, they're super jacked.
Yeah.
The
Rambo, make me look big, man.
the dominant
Make me look big.
male brews, they are jacked.
What the hell? I knew dude would like.
Give him a pickle. Give him a pickle.
Interesting.
Hey, remember when this seemed completely insane? When you were like, Woody Harrelson, he's like that guy from Cheers. Turns out he's in the weed, man.
No.
Dude, this is 1996. Woody Harrelson planted 4 hemp seeds in Kentucky and was arrested for challenging the law that treated industrial hemp the same as marijuana. He might have been the first advocate that I knew of, man. It was him. Then a couple years later, it was Bob Marley, and then
I think Bob Marley's credited as the first celebrity
Just
to
kidding, all right?
come out.
Where's the conspiracy theories there with? Is it like whatever? There's big pharma, but big construction, because hemp can do so much stuff. Like the hempcrete, have buildings, and build a whole damn car out of hemp. Ford did it.
Cotton Lobby's calling.
Yeah.
They say, shut up. Grambo, play this one. I'll just shut up and play this, man. This is why I'm kind of bummed out with cops, man. Sometimes they just don't want to admit they're wrong.
You drove past me holding the phone with your right hand, manipulating that phone. I mean,
Oh, he said right hand.
I know. And then she's being cool.
This a day?
I don't want to call it.
Does you want to call it a day?
You just said my right hand.
Well, I thought I told you your right hand. You got that hand out.
The woman
Cops
involved.
doubling down on it, right?
She's an adaptive.
So I didn't realize that he specifically said, I saw the phone in your right hand. She holds up her stump, which has no hand. And he doubles down. I know what I saw.
Unbelievable, man. So, man, cops got to check themselves. I know they got a tough job,
That is
right? But they can do it better.
Oh, for every bad cop video, there's 100 good ones.
This happened in Florida.
People
So
just don't like to show up.
let's blame Florida instead of the cops.
Yes, and the cops do a lot of good. I could not imagine. I cannot imagine what that job's like.
But boy, oh boy, that's
But
one
come
where
on.
you gotta eat some humble pie on that
Yes.
one. You gotta.
I'll give you a little advice. Life is so much more fun and easier and more rewarding when you can admit you were wrong and learn something.
Yes, or else these violent delights have violent ends.
I don't want to learn anything.
Just listen to me, all right? It was good stuff, man. Banner, you were very quiet today. Banner's actually
Working, man.
yeah, a bunch of work in the background, man. So thank you, brother.
Cup is coming up.
Thank you to the whole team. This was, I'm going to say that everything's going great. Okay. I'm going to predict the future.
For all we know,
What a
our hair is
joy.
on fire. There's an
And
earthquake.
I will just say, man, just so you know, the dude is the guy that does this, that puts the DGC Cup together. He handles every detail. He allows me to just show up and be high. And so, tight work, brother. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Subscribe for the dude.
Yeah.
Have a problem. Don't blame Scott.
Yes.
Just come on. Just hand me your weed. Good stuff. All right, everybody, take her easy.
Stay higher, and we'll catch you next time.